Okay, welcome back to Skyrim. Great times. Um, hope everyone loves my Reptar t-shirt. Shout out to anyone who knows who Reptar is. If you don't, that makes me really old because Reptar is one of the best characters from Rugrats. Especially the episode when they said when they watched Reptar and Ice. That episode of Rugrats is hilarious, and I highly recommend you watch it. So, oh, what are we doing? What are we doing? Okay, I got their stupid horn, but it was taken by this bitch, Delphine. So, what do I want to do now? Tark 2, you're all. Oh, that's right. I picked up blood on the ice. That was awkward because I wasn't even near the dead body, and the guard was like, "Oh, did you see what happened?" I was like, "Nope." So right now I'm trying to still make money so I can do more shit with my house. I love this one. Oh, that's right, I'm not outside. I love Blood on Ice. I feel like that's a really good one. That's one of my top quests that I like to do. So here we go. Picking up here. Alright. Oh god.
I'm not much of a... These are difficult times indeed, when men stalk their brethren like beasts. My men are stretched thin as it is. If you offer your aid, I gladly accept. The guards will be told to assist you as necessary. I'm happy to lend a hand as much as I can as well.
Cool. Examine the crime scene.
If you have any news of the Western Holds, take it to Ulfric immediately. Travel safe.
When Grimvar asks me, yes, it is quite sad. A young boy, Aventus Aretino, lost his mother recently.
Oh, I know. I killed the old lady.
But he has returned home, and people have heard strange chants. Why a little boy would want to contact a group of murderers.
Well, why don't you ask him?
Staying safe, I hope. My cousin's out fight. All right then. I noticed a trail of blood leading away from here.
Oh.
Helgerd's taken the body into the Hall of the Dead to prepare for burial. She's a little crazy. If she knows anything.
She a little nuts. But you know, working with the dead and all. That'll do it. Hey girl, what do you know? Tell me about this dead body.
Large diagonal cut from left shoulder.
I expect her to have like one of those walkie-talkies you see in the movies, like long diagonal cuts from
Large diagonal cut
from left shoulder.
Well, she's dead, but I guess that's not unusual, at least not for somebody in here.
She's definitely right for
I
this
mean,
job.
Someone who's not me, that is.
She's
Sorry,
like, oh yeah, she's
was
dead.
only joking with you. Oh yes, right, of course.
Oh, right.
The only unusual thing is the shape of the cuts. They look like they were made with, Well, the ancient Nords used these kinds of curved blades when they embalmed their dead. I don't know who in Windhelm would even have something like that. Other than me, of course. I wouldn't hold out too much. Now, I really got to get back to the body. Lot of work to prepare her for the grave.
Yet she pulls a piece of bread out of.
Diagonal cut from left shoulder.
Girl, that ain't sanitary. You working with a dead body and bodily fluids, and you're pulling out a piece of bread.
Large diagonal cut from left shoulder.
You nasty.
Large diagonal cut
Oh
from
my
left
god,
shoulder.
shut up, we know. What's interesting is that I like that they put, that is like the, the Y incision you would make if you were doing an autopsy. But, fun fact. God. How did the killer have this much time to do this to her? That's what I want to know.
Careful with that.
Oh. Sorry. Jeez. Never seen her go like, careful, don't touch that body. Girl, you're eating bread and you're yelling at me for touching her? Come on.
Large diagonal cut from left shoulder.
Large diagonal cut on booty.
Large diagonal cut from left shoulder.
I love that her leg is just staying like that. That's kind of funny. Let's see if I can make her other leg do it. Ooh. Oh, wow. Look at that.
Large diagonal cut from left shoulder.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa! Oh, shit. Sorry. Oh, this is not appropriate. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Girl, get that foot on the table. This is not going well. Whoa! Alright, we gotta walk away. Oh, that went awry real fast. That did not go well. Shit, I'm surprised she didn't yell at me for that. I was like, I was roughhousing her freaking spread eagle on this table and she didn't say a damn thing. But God forbid I lift her leg up into a regular, like, knee up. God forbid I lift her knee up. She's all yelling at me.
Diagonal cut from
Oh my
left
god,
shoulder.
shut up. We know. We have eyeballs.
Don't cross me, elf.
Bitch, we were
You should
just
unload
talking.
some of that unwanted gear. Head over to Sardry's used wares. Talk to the elf.
I love he's like, there's blood. Where? If I hadn't played this game before, I'd have been like, what am I doing? Actually, no, I have done that before in the past. I have been like, what am I doing? Had to look it up because I'm like, where am I supposed to go? Because it glitches out sometimes and then there's like no blood or anything. And the stupid arrow is just on that dumb tombstone. And it's like, examine the crime scene. And then you're examining it and there's nothing to examine. It's so stupid. Oh, here we go. Oh, well. The old hag down.
Cloaks are finding victory across. Grew up.
No.
Lots of history in these walls. We're trying to make some more.
Oh, here we go.
Shattershield's old place.
Frigga Shatter
Abandoned
Shield.
Ever since she was killed. I think her mother, Tova, has the key. Travel safely. I'm not much of a for Od. He seems. I don't really have a mind for Frigga. I think her mother, Tova, has the key. I'll take my leave. If you have any news of the Western Holds, take it to Ulfric immediately. I'll take
Can't I just break in? I could just break in.
South of here and west of the road lies Thorndyke Cave. Stay away from it.
Oh, it's Master.
That call it home.
Hello? Excuse me. Hi. Oh, yes, hello.
I've been a bit not really sure what. I'm sorry. She was very dear to me, and it's rather painful to think of. I'd rather not talk about my daughter, if you'll excuse me. Well, all right. What exactly do you need to know? Yerim? Well, I'm not sure what you think you'll find there, but you're welcome to have a look.
Thanks. And then I come to buy that, please. Thanks, girl. Thanks, girl. Alright, let's go. Hieram is how she said it, right? Hieram. Womp. Look for clues. Someone had a party. Yeah! This is what I'm talking about. Bones like this left on the floor or anywhere in this game are a nuisance. See? I hate that. How many more clues am I supposed to, like... Oh. That's right. Legs itchy. Alrighty. Excuse me. Oh, moss. Excuse me, pardon me. Coming through.
Disrespect the law and you disrespect me.
Disrespect the law and you disrespect me.
I'm not much of a Ugh. Have you been talking to Viola Giordano? She posts us all over the city, and someone keeps taking them down. Ask her about it if you want an earful. Travel safely. It's dangerous. If you have any... Ugh. Have you been talking to Viola Giordano? Ask her about it if you want an earful. Until next time.
Oh, W3N3S followed me a minute ago. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thanks, man.
I tell you, the dragonborn comes. With a voice wielding
I shall follow you as well.
the ancient Nord art. Believe, the dragonborn comes. It's an end to the evil of all Skyrim's foes. Beware.
All right.
The dragonborn
Oh, hey, girl.
Beyond. I've been following him for months now. Well, not actually following. Trying to find him. The guards won't help. The people won't help. I'm the only one who thinks he can be caught.
Well, you're not very good.
They say they're too busy with the war. I say, what good is... Oh, they can't. They say I'm just snooping around, but... Huh? What's it say? Woundfirth. There have been rumors swirling about him for years. As long as I can remember. But he's a dangerous man.
Oop, that's
why
the
they
T.
call him the Unliving. I wouldn't approach him directly. This information needs to go straight to the steward.
This is
He'll
me when I'm
listen to you.
old. That's me. Old bitch just trying to figure out who killed who in a town. That'd be me. This place is beautiful, but oh god, this is like gotta be so... It's just winter here all the time. Alright, we gotta wake him up. Be like, hey! Hey, you!
The Stormcloaks are finding victory across the land. That's quite an accusation.
It is. I
assume
don't know
you
how I
have
came
proof?
to that.
I don't want to believe it. Woundfirth has been a trusted friend to
What
Wizard
amulet?
for many
I don't
years.
have an amulet.
It pains me to see that the Whispers had truth to them. Woundfirth shall be apprehended. I thank you for your diligence in getting to the bottom of this matter.
What
The
amulet?
streets of Windhelm are now safe.
For now. For now. But I don't recall picking up an amulet. What the hell is he talking about? What am I talking about? I don't know. Oh, is he gonna go arrest that guy now? He tells the guard.
I own Hollyfrost.
Oh, yeah, I know. I heard about you all the time.
It's
Oh,
honest
oh.
work, if a bit dull.
Oh.
You're coming with me. We're finally going to arrest the butcher.
Yes, sir.
That poor guy. Sitting in jail for not doing it. It's gonna suck. Anywho. Alright, get some lumber. Oh, W3 and 3S. Yeah, I just started. I played this game multiple times in the past, but I've never streamed it, so I decided I would stream it and see how it does. So, thank you for the good luck, because this game can be challenging at times and frustrating, but overall it's an amazing game. But yeah, it's great. My nose is so itchy. I am so sorry I keep scratching my nose, but it is for some reason so freaking itchy. What am I doing? Oh, right. You know, I really wanted to do... Where's my manor? I'm trying to think of, like, another place that has... another town that... Oh, I know. I was trying to think of, like, I can go to Riverwood. I was trying to think of a town where I can get lumber. Why is there anxiety among the labels? Why is there anxiety among labels? I'm confused by that question. What? Excuse me, lumber, sir. I need to buy some lumber. Where are you? Oh, is that you? Are you my lumber guy? Can I buy from you? Excuse me. Hello?
Greetings, Sister Elf. Good to see a familiar face so far.
He's a bard, so he says. Occasionally, he finds time to do his job here at the mill. Thinks his ballads and sonnets are going to convince Camilla Valerius to marry him.
So I'm looking for Sven.
Say yes. An intelligent, beautiful woman like her wouldn't fall for that nonsense. I hope.
Drama.
I've been thinking. Maybe Camilla needs a little help seeing Sven for what he is. Could you give her this letter and say it's from Sven? I think I've matched that Nord's lack of cleverness perfectly. I'll show you what I know.
Well, I pretty much just waste all my money, but leveling up is important.
Got to thinking. Maybe I'm the Dragonborn. I just don't know it.
Is this Sven? No, that's Embry.
You're kind of fuzzy. What's wrong with you?
Ew. Among the Texases,
It means so
English
much to us to have
society.
the claw back where
It's,
it belongs.
oh!
Thank you.
Oh, that's why. I'm sorry. I didn't understand. That was an old tag from when I was playing the mortuary assistant and Maid of Skirt, and now that you're saying it, I completely forgot to take it off. Although I guess this isn't really anxiety. I must have. That's really why it's on there. It's for the other games I was playing, and then I completely forgot to take that off. On this game. Oopsie. Oh well. No, this is not an anxiety-riddled game. I really should remove that tag because that was basically for the other games I was playing. Now it makes sense. I was like, what is the anxiety? I'm like, what labels? What is he talking about?
It's a fine day with you around. Another poem, I bet. He does know how to make a girl blush. What's this? If that oaf thinks all I'm going to do is stay in that filthy house of his and clean, You can
Ew.
tell Sven that he already has a mother. I'm not speaking to him anymore.
Sounds like Sven was kind of a douche noggin, so probably better that we gave him fake.
Riverwood's agreeable enough. I appreciate your help. Please, take this. Some gold I've saved up from working at the mill.
Thanks.
Good day. Divine smile on you, friend.
No, I'm not playing the game for the first time. I've played this game multiple times. This is the first time I've ever streamed it. But yeah, I've played it a couple of times. Each time I played it, did I play it all the way through? No, I think I played the game all the way through once, and I think I played it all the way through. God knows if I actually did. And I know that was before the update and like the addition was to it, so yeah.
Until next time.
All right.
Yes?
I want to buy some lumber. God damn it. Yes, I do live in the US. Where are you from? Turkey. Cool. What is it about the US that you like? Like what motivates you to come here? Definitely not Turkey is cool. Definitely not Turkey is cool. No? It's not cool. See, I could say that about the US. The US isn't what it's cracked up to be. There's a lot of great things about the US, but there's a lot of things that need to be worked on. I guess that's like with any country, you know? I think it's one of those things like it can always be improved upon. But yeah, there are a lot of good things about living in the US, and there are a lot of bad things about living in the US. At least you have dollars. Yeah, I guess it depends on who you're talking to. If you're if you're really wealthy in this country, then you know, it's a lot. And I would say like my husband, we're like middle class. But there's still a lot of areas of like poverty and stuff like that in the U.S. So I guess it's all based on who you are and what you do and where you live and the opportunities you've been given in your life. And again, all relative. Every place has their good and bad. country is very beautiful geographically. Oh, I bet it is. Yeah, but management is a problem. Same. There are a lot of beautiful areas in the US, and I'm from Connecticut, and oh, goddamn dogs, wolves. There are a lot of nice places in the US to go see. Like, Utah has like some of the most beautiful mountains that I've ever seen, and that's one of the states I've been to that's really beautiful. I definitely want to travel and see other countries though, because it's just so different. So many different geographical amazing things to see. So oh no, Connecticut. I'm in Connecticut in the US. It's a small state near, we border like New York. I hear Canada's nice though. I've heard nice things about Canada. Oh god. Not today. The Lady Stone. Oh. No thanks, I'll skip the Lady Stone. Oh, sorry. You don't know English, trying to slowly so you're saying. Oh, sorry if I'm talking fast or anything like that. This one in combat. I'm not in combat. Oh my god. I see. This place is run by vampires, too.
A guest? Oh my.
Like, looking at her, you're gonna know she's a vampire. Look at her. I will learn this English. I am determined. You will. It is a... look, I speak English, and I still screw up all the time. And it's one of the harder languages I've been told. I don't know. I only speak English. I tried to learn Spanish when I was in high school, and it didn't go very well. But you got this. What are you learning? Are you using like an... Yes, she's a vampire. Are you using an app to help you learn English, or are you taking classes?
Doing some building, eh? We can deliver it wherever you need. When you've actually got the coin, we can do business. Why don't you doing some building, eh? I can't just give away good timber. Doing some building, eh?
I'm just shy. Alright, well, at least I found it. Oh, that's really good. Do you use a specific site to learn? Like, I know a good site for when I was trying to learn Spanish, Duolingo is really good. So I'm just curious what site you use. I'll spell it. Yes, it is free. As far as I know, it's been a while since I checked in on it, but Duolingo. I'll write it in here. Yeah, as far as I know, it's free. My sister is a Spanish teacher. She learned and that ended up learning, and she speaks fluent Spanish, and her husband wants to learn Spanish more, and she said that it's a really good tool as far as learning when you're not like in a classroom setting. So
Here for work? Get an axe and bring me all the wood you can chop.
oh right, okay. I don't understand here. Is it your husband? No. My sister, her husband wants to learn Spanish. She speaks Spanish. English is her first language. So he wanted to learn how to speak Spanish as well. So it's her husband. Okay. No, my husband and I only speak English. It's sad. We really should learn to speak other languages. Also, doing stuff like this, conversing with somebody who speaks the language you want to learn, will help you learn faster. I'm sure you already know that. We're both from the States. Yeah. My whole family, like, is from the States. Let's get that sneak up. Come on. Oh, here we go. Ah! Woo! Oh, what's that? Oh, it's just moss. Oh, shit. Run, Fox! They're coming for us! I did not prepare for this. God damn it! Ooh, run, Mitch, run! I need some help. What time are you on Twitch? Usually around this time. My time, because the US, so I usually go on at around anytime after 9 p.m. Our time. What is that, Eastern time? Because my son goes to bed and this is my free time. So usually around this time every night I'm on. Oh god, these turds.
I can take it.
Can you? In the butt. I love coffee. You do that. Oh, for crying out loud. God damn it. The last thing I need right now are wolves. Excuse me. That better hit him. I was gonna say. Ooh, he's got a golden bow. Oh, it's not that great. Hell yeah, I'm wearing that though. Gold dagger? I do like collecting all this, the gold, the look. It's a good look. Let me see. What is the air gold? 22. 25. Oh, that's way better. Probably because this has that soul snare shit on it. Hello! Oh, so cute. A bug. Alright, let's go. Wait for me at home. Let's harvest some venom? I need some help in battle. Stay here. This is your new home. Jeez. Wait for me at home. Let's do... How about we have you go to Winstead Manor? See you at home. Be safe. Don't get caught again. Oh shit. I'm collecting all the gold stuff. I don't need any of that. Now I can get some lumber! Alright, put this away. Before I get yelled at for my bow being out. Oh. Hello? Who's working this place? Hey, you. Hey. Hello? No one home? No one here? Seriously? Oh, probably because I have this in my inventory going on. Yes. What time is it? Alright, well they should be out here. Damn. I ain't doing that yet. There's nothing over there. That's gonna take forever and I don't have a horse. I'm surprised I haven't gotten that cutscene yet with the Dark Brotherhood. That's always a joy. Oh, look at me! Oh man, I look awesome. That is really cool armor, I have to say. I just gotta deck it out. Yeah, look at me. That'd be cool to make. Like cosplay? That would be awesome. Side note, I make clothes. It's a side hobby I do. I haven't done it in a long time, but I'll show you what this is all my crap in my room. Sewing stuff everywhere. I haven't sewn in a long time, but stuff like that makes me want to pick it up again. Like cosplay stuff. That stuff is so cool. This is a vibe. That's so awesome though. Search rabbit. Poor rabbit. You know what? I want to enchant. I'll go and enchant my stuff that I'm wearing. Yo, he's still here. Yeah, what a waste.
What a waste.
Oh my. Yep. Did I make them both naked? Oh, I did. Yeah, what a waste.
Need something? What a waste.
Yeah, what a waste. Here. Keep each other warm. Oh, my sister's trying to call me.
A few septims for my supper is all I ask.
Pardon!
I ask only for a little charity.
Oh, rude.
Will you spare a few coins to help someone who's got nothing?
Get this. My sister wasn't even trying. I thought she was trying to FaceTime me because she wanted to see me. She said it was an accident.
Fighting dragons, and what do I get?
What a
God
waste.
duty.
Girl, it could be worse. I thought my sister was FaceTiming me because she wanted to see me. No, she said it was an accident. I see how it is. I see how it is.
What are you doing that for? I'd travel more, but who wants to deal with all the soldiers these days? If you're looking to get a drink, Candlehearth Hall's got warm fires and strong ale.
Alright, I need to get some more. This is gonna be a whole process. I gotta go over here. I gotta get me. Gotta find that hidden chest. It's not really hidden because I know where it is. Gotta get me that chest so I can get more stones so I can charge my items. Because right now, or at least the items I'm wearing, I need decent charged gems. Gems? Gems? No. Stones? Gems. Alright. There we go. Ooh. Okay. Ooh, gold, grand. Filled with grand soul. Yes, this is what I want. just got some of that. I don't know the secret chest here. I know elsewhere. Well, now you know. It's right there. So let me, if I go back. So if you head over yonder, if you head over to Salvius's farm, I'll just go back and show you. So you're at the farm. If you're facing down this way, you're going to just run all the way down by the bridge. You're going to go around this wall. Sometimes the Khajiit are here. That's fine. It's literally right in this center area. You're just going to aim for this. And it's right there. It's great. I tend to use it a lot in the beginning. The secret chests. You're welcome. I tend to use them a lot in the beginning and then not so much later on. It really is helpful when you're like building your house and trying to just get started. Oh, and of course it's... I have to wait again.
There's no glory in war. It's just something they tell soldiers so they'll risk their lives.
Oh, that's right. Nothing to disenchant. Golden bow. I definitely want a soul trap on this sucker. Let me level up. Okay. Let's see, how's my sneaks? Good. Archery could be better. That requires 60. That requires... That's done. 40. Perfect. The new hidden chest in Dawnstar. Yeah, the Dawnstar one and Palace and Solitude. Oh yeah, that one too. I forgot about that one. Golden Dagger. I'm not gonna really... I'm just gonna get rid of those.
Fruits and vegetables, all ripe and ready for your table.
Helmet. Gauntlets. Boots.
Take home Windhelm's finest and freshest produce today.
Ooh, yeah, armor. Stamina.
I'd travel more, but who wants to deal with all the soldiers these days?
Why 1 point? God damn it.
If you're looking to get a drink, Campbell has holes with warm fires and strong.
Ooh. Let me just sell a couple of shit. Well, let me see.
Need something? Some may call this junk. Me, I call them
See
treasures.
if she's got any. Damn, that's a lot of money. I don't have enough. Crap. Let's see. What can I sell her? $27, $29. Yeah, I'm gonna sell her. Oh, I could sell the other guy that. I'll sell that. Bow, let's see. I wanted to keep the. Fuck that. I don't want to keep these. I can just kill more of these guys. Elven armor. I'm gonna sell that. Sell those. Sell those. Sell that.
Thank you for your custom.
Let's see.
Everyone's... Take a look.
Weapons.
There is armor you need or a new blade.
I'm gonna just enchant the lame stuff. Look at that.
Speak quickly. You want something from me? You want something from me? Yes? Fruits and vegetables, all ripe and ready for your table. Want something from me?
Oh my god. Get away from me.
My father says we need to just get on with our lives.
Need some met? Looking to protect yourself or deal some damage?
Here I'm gonna sell the golden dagger and the golden sword and the golden mace.
If you meet anyone in your travels, who could steal, send them my
Oh.
What happened?
Oh god, those freaking dead bodies are still there. Okay, clay.
I'll see you again soon, I hope.
There we go. Hello, sir.
You need anything, come. Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing. You sure this... What?
Alright, I'm gonna go get some timber. You better be awake, you're vampires. It's freaking dark out. Watch I get locked out. Yep. Let me just wait. Damn it. Come on. I need to buy some logs. There you go. Hey, girl.
Doing some building, eh?
Yeah.
I'll have them hold over right away.
Thanks. I need some more iron. Damn it. Gotta fly to my house. God damn, what was that? Didn't I get rid of you, guys?
Need something?
No.
Good morning.
Lydia, you better be here. She's here. Hey, you can't just be leaving raw rabbit legs on here. She's always chilling in here drinking.
Long life.
Woo! Oh, that's right. I should probably buy some iron.
Got some good pieces out here.
Do
I
ya?
don't- Looking to protect yourself or deal some damage?
Don't forget to check inside the shop if you need anything.
I definitely have iron. Or
I helped my father. Take a look.
oh, there was a glitch with this before, and this bitch, every time I try to go see her and get some iron ore from her, the ore in my inventory just magically disappears. Because y'all saw this. There was... Yes! Now it's oh my god. Oh my god. I don't like that. It's a weird glitch. I don't know what it is. Because let's see here. Look at that. Iron ore. Iron ingot. I don't know what it is. But every time I buy from them, or from her, I don't know what it is. It like disappears and it pisses me off. I completely forgot about that. That's so annoying. Yeah, so beware. I guarantee it's some kind of glitch. I've never looked it up, but it's happened in the past, and I completely forgot until now. Oh, that's right. I need nails. Oh yeah, this is really good for smithing if you want to level up your smithing. Oh, sup, guy?
Honor to you, my Thane. I'd be honored to be your steward.
Boom.
You've built a fine steading here.
It's about to get better.
Bits and pieces in solitude is probably the place to start. They sell all sorts of things like that.
I need an iron fitting. Two iron fittings. Shit. 5 iron ingots. I only have 4. I'm just down 1? Crap. Let's go. Let's go check in at Riverwood. I know there are times like sometimes the worst part is if you're gonna decorate the house, so you can pay your steward and he'll fully decorate it for you. It takes a couple of days for it to all come together, or you can get the material to build the items in each room, and let me tell you, you think the house is annoying to build? Decorating the damn house is like, excuse me, lady. I'm sorry, my dog just decided to walk in here. Excuse me. Is it thundering out, baby? She doesn't like thunder. I think it's thundering. Here, let me see. She gets, she'll start to shake if she hears something. You okay? You alright? She's not shaking, so she just decided to show up in here. Can you get out? What a turd. She's a good girl. She was like, oh, hello. Oh. I thought she was coming in here because we've had thunderstorms the last couple of days. And anytime we have thunder, she'll come in here and hide under my desk or my husband's desk, and she just shakes. So I thought maybe we had some thunder that I couldn't hear, but no, she's just coming to visit. She's coming to visit. Alright, let me go see the smithy.
What? Take a look.
Oh, I was gonna say yes. Steel ingot or calcum. I don't know if I need that. Watch, I do. So, please tell me that's there. Oh, thank Jesus, God. Okie doke. Iron fitting, lock 2. I need nails. Well, I'm gonna need some hinges. That's making a door. Like I said, the one perk about working on the house is that you get to see it all appear, and also it really gets your smithing up there, so you level up really well in that department. Oh, I need a lock. God damn it. Corundum agate. That's what I'm missing. I doubt I have that. Nope. Damn it! Let me check Solitude. They have a... Gotta wait till morning. Smithy here usually has decent stuff. I love how people just appear. It's like, oh, daytime.
Ah, yet another new fit where the dragon attack. We've heard rumors of death, and then we should soon be selling arrows by the bushel. A sword is no good against a dragon.
My friend is online playing Rocket League right now.
Aye, but I'll be here in Solitude, and far to the. There are wonders in this place I never dreamed imaginable.
Then go see it. Quit your bitching. God. Hey.
Seems there's no end to the needs of the Imperium. It's almost the men you should look into join. You could. My loyalty lies, I think. Oh.
Blah blah. I just need to buy some crap from you. AK, I'm gonna steal it.
Wanderer like you must have plenty of tales to tell. I'm afraid I'm too busy to hear them.
Okay, bye. Steel, iron. This is one of the best places to steal. Silver, steel. I'm gonna just take all this stuff anyway while I'm here because it does replenish after a period of time. And I know I'm gonna need it with this house building I'm doing because I'm a crazy psycho. I guarantee you I picked up something I didn't. Tongs. Yep, I knew I picked up something I didn't need. I need some corundum ingot. Ugh. So annoying. Sell me. You gotta, dude. Thank you.
Blades, helmets, pretty much anything to suit your needs.
I'll do 5.
Written.
Thanks, bro. Boom. Alright, now I can make a lock. So annoying. I need more quartzstone. Ah, yes, it's all coming together. So I'll just mine a little bit of this. As I slowly walk Hey, you could help me, man. Just watch me. You're not even watching me. You're just digging in the clay. Oh, my garden is working. You know, it'd be great having a horse to put in my stable. That'd be great. That would be nice. More quartz stone. Look at that foundation. Perfect view of this destroyed ship and solitude. I don't know why I went in my house. Oh god, I thought there was a spider in here. I completely forgot about this thing. Oh god, scared me. I thought there was a freaking spider in my house. What's up? What's up, bug? Completely forgot about you, man. Oh yeah, I need to hire some animal. Hire some animal. I need to buy some animals.
What do you need, my thing? Certainly. What did you have in mind?
A horse, a cow, some chickens. How about we do a chicken?
See to it at once.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know what? I need some more wood. Can you get me some wood?
Long life to you, Thane. Of course. What are we running short of? I'll see to it at once.
Thanks. And I need 20 nails. It's coming along. I need 16 nails. Ten nails. I need more logs. So I need logs and 12 nails. You need to buy more logs. Hey, you.
Honored to... Of course. I'll see to it at once.
Thanks. 25 nails. 10, 20, 30. More logs and 50 quarried stone. Alright. Because the cellar is one of the best parts. I have to go for now. Good post. Thanks! Thanks for coming by. Thanks for watching and supporting and following me. I appreciate it. And I always appreciate meeting new people. I met somebody. I was talking to somebody yesterday who lives in Australia. I talked to somebody today who lives in Turkey. I think it's so cool that this platform helps me meet new people from different countries. I think that's awesome. So thank you to everyone who follows me, finds me somewhat entertaining or interesting or whatever the reason. I really appreciate it. Our hours are different, but if it coincides, it'll come again. Thank you. I appreciate that. I know the time differences are weird. So I appreciate any time that you are awake and able to watch me. I appreciate that. So thank you very much. That means a lot. Oh, so close. 44. I need 50. Okay, there we go. Oh no, I'm short. I'm gonna be short. I know I am. Yeah. It's my math. Yikes. Alright. Yeah, I know. I'm too heavy. Thank you. Look at this. The fox is like, God damn, look at that house. Love it. Slowly mosey on back. Yes, I'm aware I'm carrying too much. Thank you. The best part, like, that's not even half of it. The best part is when you're adding, like, all those other aspects to the house. Like, you can have an armory, you can have, like, a freaking watchtower, guard, whatever. Oh, damn it. Should have had him buy me more logs. I gotta slowly climb my way over to him. Excuse me. Excuse me, sir.
Honored to see.
I need more logs.
What are we? I'll see to it at once.
Thanks. Pardon. Alright, let's go. The house will be empty, but let's go check it out before I start adding a bunch of cool different shit to it, because you literally can add on to it by this side, obviously this side, and the other end. Yeah, I know. Yeah, so this is the different things you can choose. There's like, I can't remember how many different options or like different mixes you have, but basically there's a lot of like different groupings you can make, or options, whatever you want to call it, with this. So you can have, on the east side, you can have an armory, a kitchen, or a library. The north, you can have an alchemy, a storage room, or a trophy room. And then west wing, you can have bedrooms, enchanter tower, or a greenhouse. Cellar, remove workbench, house, remove workbench, main hall. Remodel house into entryway. Yes, that's right. Because that... Do I have to do anything for that? No. It just remodels it. So it just turns this into the entryway. This, if you wanted to leave this as your house, you could, but why would you want to do that? It's so much cooler if you... Hello, little bug. So... Yeah, so you can craft all the items in each room you want to do. It's great if you don't mind spending your time doing that. Let's see, this is quite large, and just imagine adding on to this by this way, and this way. So I try to do one of each. I try to have one tower. I mean, you can get fancy. You can do 3 towers. You can do whatever. And then down in the cellar is pretty awesome. I know it doesn't look awesome right now, but there's usually like this area has fish in it. It will expand. This area you can like do all your smithing and shit, and then this area has like mannequins and like your, you know, shrines to whatever. So let's pick out how we're gonna have this laid out. I think that's number 1. So let's see here. Sometimes I like to base it on... Oh no. Let's see. What do I want here? What do I want? What do I want? An armory is really good. That's a great thing to have. I think I'll definitely have that on. Yeah, let's start with that. We're going to start with the armory because the other option was kitchen or a library. That's fine. I find that the most useful is the armor doors. 3 iron fittings, 3 locks, 6 hinges. 6, so 3, 3, and 6. And lock. 1, 2, 3. Cool. I need some stone. Let's go. Oh, I could do it up here. That'll save me a little bit of a trek. Perfect. Now have 12. Yes. Oh, I was like, why do I have to make so many locks? Why am I making, like... Because there's 3 freaking doors. Duh. I just never took the time to pay attention to that. I forgot there was 3 doors, because there's like a balcony up top that you get out of it, too. Eight nails. I'm gonna need more logs. 4 quarried stone. I could buy it. I choose not to. It's just trying to hold on to my money so that I can buy a cow or a horse or whatever the hell else. He has been just picking away at this clay like it's no tomorrow. I think that's it. Alright, let's go take a look. Isn't that nice?
What do you need, my friend?
Okay, that's not what I asked, but whatever. Wait till we decorate it. Gonna have a couple of benches, a nice table. Look at that, it's a nice view. Looking at the mountains. And so if I go inside, drops me off upstairs. This is going to be a bedroom area. I already know this because I've done this before. Obviously, I'm not just making shit up. But down here, if we look... once everything is decorated in here, I think for my first house, I'm going to just buy... Or I'm going to have him decorate it. I'm going to pay him and have him decorate each room. And then for my second house that I purchase and build, I will go through the building process and show how it's done for each room. That's going to be annoying. But at least then, if I'm prepared, I can start saving up the resources I need to do that. So I'm not going to be so, like, overwhelmed. But to just kind of give you a gist of what the houses could look like. Oh, hello, you're now inside. I'm going to hit you up now for some lumber, because I know we're going to need it. Thanks. Let's see here. So yeah, that came out nice. Let's see, what else do we want to make? Alright, so the north part, we could do an alchemy. I really don't like to have the same look, so that is similar to what the armory is like. I really don't want to have a storage. Or we could do a trophy room. So I think I'm going to go with trophy room. Two iron fittings, 2 locks, 4 hinge, 4. Let's find a nail. Crap, I'm out of, I need to hit up Solitude. Crap.
Fletching suits me. It's difficult and sometimes tedious, but a well-made...
Seems the finest weapons and armor. Return anytime.
I can't remember how many total houses there are that you can build. I think it's 3. If I remember right. I could be totally wrong. I better have a chicken in here. I have a little nest with an egg in it. But where's my chicken? Quarried stone. Always the quarried stone. Well, he stopped digging to just chill on the balcony. How about you mine some rock? That would be helpful. Some nails. All right, let's go and check out the armories. No, this is the armory. The trophy room. This is what it's gonna look like on this side. Like a half. Oopsie. A half situation over here. Cool. And on the inside, we'll take a look and see what it looks like. Obviously, it's an empty room, but... Oh yeah, do I have anything in here? Oh, great. That was useless. So, when this is... Is this storage? Trophy. What is that? I can't remember what this was. Probably storage. So. Hey, I'm trying to pass you, little man. Yes, I hadn't picked. So let's see here. What do we got? What do I have? Okay, I have a trophy room. Oh, I did do a trophy room. I'm sorry. I was right. Armory. I have an armory on the right-hand side. I have a trophy room on the back. And now I have to pick my last one. So I could either do bedrooms, which kind of dumb because you're going to have bedrooms upstairs. You're going to have at least a master bedroom and then 2 bedrooms. So I'm like, meh. Enchanter room, or I could have a greenhouse. I think we're going to enchanter because I want a tower. So we're going to go with that. Yes. Enchanter's tower. We are going to build that. I like the towers. It's pretty cool. 3, 3, 6, 6. Okay. Quarried stone, and I need nails and logs. I need more logs.
Honored to... of course. What are we... Ah. Unfortunately, I'm afraid you're a bit...
Oh no!
funds at the moment.
Yeah.
Until next time.
Yeah, until next time, my ass. I can get the floor done. I need... Alright. There's my chicken. Ooh, major archery. Damn, it's gonna ruin my look. Ugh! You know, I'll wear, when I'm not using my, when I'm not actively using my bow, then I'll, wear my helmet, my gold helmet, but when I'm actively using it, I'll just, wear the better one. Where is he? I need to buy some logs. There he is.
Honor to you, my friend. Of course. What? I'll see to it at once.
Thanks. More nails. I'm an architect. Done. Alright. So it's pretty cool. And let's go check it out.
Can I help?
I live here, you weirdo. Alright. So, there will be a ladder. Or no, not in here. This will have enchanting table. The thing is, though, if you don't want to buy that other stuff, like if you don't want to add on to this house, you just want a simple house, you can do that because you end up getting an enchanter's table up here. You get potions table, like mixing potions down there in that corner. You know, the ones that you really don't have. Like there's some areas like down in the basement where you can have mannequins. You know, the main area here is technically your kitchen if, you know, you don't have to have a kitchen. And then up here... Ah, yeah. See? That's nice. Look at that view! Perfect. And you can have little fish down there. That's one of the perks of this area. You can see the Horkers from here. And Solitude. It's nice. Alright, so the next part of this is just paying him lots of money to decorate this place.
Honor to you, my Thane. Certainly. What did you have in mind?
So, horse, let's see here. I don't have that much, so...
Long life to you, Thane.
I'd like you to buy furnishings for my house. You can build them yourselves or you can buy them. Oh, hey, Gold Panda, you're back. Yeah, that worked out well with the view. Alright, let's see.
Of course. What room would you like me to furnish?
Oh boy. So, okay, actually it's not terrible, but I don't have the money right now because I only have like $600. So yeah, it's a lot less work to just pay him. Never mind.
Very good, ma'am.
We said ma'am. Alright, I like some... Let's work on the improvements.
What did you have in mind?
Let's get a cow.
I'll keep an eye out for a good cow to purchase.
And let's see. What else? I got $400.
Oh, certainly. What did you have in mind?
I don't have enough. So... next time I come back, I better see a cow. Oh, wow. Never mind. He's here. Hey, cow. The cow and the chicken hang out. What's up, cow? I'm going to drop some of my big stuff. Let's see. Alright. I don't need that right now. I will need this for the next houses that I do. So now I just need to make some money. Oh, cow and chicken, yeah. Cow and chicken. Maybe this was inspired. They're like, I know, let's reference cow and chicken and see if anyone gets it. They're like, you can buy a cow and a chicken and that's it. Like, I don't know what the point of the cow is. Like, at least the chicken you can get eggs from. The cow just kind of chills here. Cow and chicken. I'm pretty sure I know about cow and chicken. Let me look it up real quick. Because I think I have an image in my head of what... Yep. TV series. Oh, yeah, cow and chicken? Oh, yeah. Okay, I was gonna say. Yes, I'm quite familiar with cow and chicken. I'm old. Let's see here. You were sleeping. What time is it where you are? Where I am, it's 11:15 p.m. I'm interested to know what time it is where you are. Why is that embarrassing? 1 in the afternoon, that's fine. I'm not judging. Oh, that's the worst when you oversleep. And then, like, you feel so groggy, but you're like, oh, so great. And then at the same time, it was an awful idea. Totally done that. Oh, I see, you're embarrassed because you were asleep and it's 1 in the... Oh, please. I've done that so many times. Wait, if you ever become a parent, like, you get your sleep when you need. Even when I wasn't a parent, I could easy sleep until 1 in the afternoon. If I didn't have any responsibilities, easy. Sleep 10 plus hours. I could do it now. It's literally because I have to work. And I have responsibilities that I just don't go apeshit crazy on sleep. Are these more? There's more. You little turd, I heard you. What did I pick up? Oh, I need to be wearing that. Oh, I need to sell some of that stuff. That was the whole point of picking it up.
My father says we need to just get on with our lives. It's that easy.
Effort looking to protect yourself or deal some damage? Whether it's armor you need or a new blade, come see me.
You need anything? Oh, a bit of this and a bit of that.
Everybody needs this. My days off are on Fridays. I definitely sleep in on those days after I get my son ready for school or daycare. I drop him off and I crash. Right back.
Be sure to... But...
I agree with that. Lectures. My list to keep all lectures on Monday. My to a different timetable management. Yeah, I hear that. Has 3 fat classes on Monday, then nothing until Tuesday or Fridays. Interesting. Huh. So you guys don't get to dictate, like... I guess we don't either. No, it's like, I guess it could be like that. Oh, whoa, where's that guy going? Excuse me, sir. Been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty. Excuse me. Hello? Hello? Excuse me, sir. Oh, God. I'm not in the mood. No, don't put your thing away. Bandit outlaw. Oh, God. It's rough. Oh, shit. Ah, God damn it. Oh, did she explode? Girl, you really got stopped by a snowbank. Oh good, those guys stopped chasing me. What a bummer. Heh. There's 3... Yeah, we don't get to choose the lectures, there's workshops and practicals. Interesting. So for our, like... So, for example... When... Oh, God. It's been a while. When I was choosing my classes that worked out with my work schedule and just my day-to-day life schedule, like they'd have like maybe 3 of the same class, so like whatever the title of the class was, but they'd have it at different times, or not different, like, yeah, different times, and it just depended on what worked for you. But the thing is, if you didn't get there and sign up fast enough, and if the class filled up, then you had to pick one of the other options, which might not have always been the best. It was a little bit different with my bachelor's because I did it online. So I didn't have to do, when I was in nursing school, I had to do clinicals. And when I was getting my associates, and then I did a bridge program to get my bachelor's. So when I started out doing my associates, I had to do, I had to be in school at specific times for a class that worked well for me. Or based on, like, they had a list, like I said. And then we had clinicals. And clinicals were, it was like basically a lottery setup. So we had different locations, like different hospitals in the state of Connecticut where we were assigned to. And basically, if you got like a number that was like, I got shit on and I got the worst number out of the hat. I was like the second to last person to choose my location for my clinical site. And it ended up working out though, because basically any site I chose was like an hour and a half or more away from me for a drive. But luckily my sister-in-law lived lives in those areas where those sites were. So I literally would come home from work, or I would come home, and this was obviously before I had a kid, and I would drive to her house, and I would, the night before, like, for example, when I was doing, one of my clinical sites was, like 15 minutes from her, but it was like an hour and 45 minutes for me to drive from where I live. So the night before, I would drive from my house to her house, sleep there, wake up in the morning because I had to be at clinicals at like 6 a.m. And it just was helpful for me so I wasn't driving early in the morning like a zombie, because I'd have to like, it just helped with traffic and stuff like that because I was closer. Online learning was a thing before COVID. Yeah, it is. So when I was doing my bachelor's, I just finished my bachelor's. I got my bachelor's in December of 2021. Yeah. And it took me a year, and it was all online. I didn't have to do clinical sites or go and do like hands-on stuff is what the clinicals are. I just was writing papers, and I was doing like commenting on like doing like online work pretty much. I like it that way though. I personally like it because then I worked full time, and I was doing school, and yeah, I was able to finish it in a year, no problem. And I have a strong GPA. Actually, 2 of my semesters from my bachelor's doing the year was when I got my 4.0s, was doing my online work. Yeah, we did a lot of, like, we didn't do any, like, it was more like writing essays and stuff. We weren't, like, doing, although one of the semesters we did, like, they had, like, a fake simulator patient, which was interesting. Like, I found it more, like, fun because it was kind of like a video game to me. Not at all like what patient cares about, but they do that. There's simulators, which is, it's not like real life. Honestly, you get the best experience from working on the job, but they have to teach you something. So the simulators are pretty good. They're much better than what they used to be. I mean, there's actually somebody you can type to and interact with, and like I was actually pretty impressed with it. But yeah, they do simulation stuff. Yeah, it's like a virtual thing. Could you imagine if they had like VR, like VR, like chemical reactions, or like VR, like speaking to a patient? That actually wouldn't be a bad idea. That actually would be a good idea for like nurses and doctors and stuff who can't, like in like when the pandemic happened. That wouldn't have been terrible. Yeah, imagine like you're in VR and like your patient starts to code and they're dying and you're like, just trying to keep them alive. It's not going well, and they're like, doctor, the patient is crashing. What are you going to do? And you're like, I don't know. Just stand here. I'm stating it now, and I'm not. This is like those times where it's like, oh, I should have invented that thing. Remember I talked about it years ago, and now it's invented, and whoever invented it and has the patent is like rich. Like, damn it. Like, watch, some smart person is gonna take this idea and pitch it to the medical field and make a lot of money off of it, and it's not gonna be me. Because I have no idea how you go about even considering doing that. It's probably a whole big thing. It's such a big process. And, but some lucky bastard's gonna come up with it. And actually do it. Because they're gonna know how to do it. I wouldn't be surprised. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if they had, you know, it'd be really a smart idea if they had surgical residents do virtual reality surgeries. I feel like that would be one of the, like, just to get them prepared, and just some kind of sense to it, and like, I don't know. I feel like that would be cool. And I think it would be helpful too.
Not now.
What the hell? Who's this? What is going on? Is that Lydia? That better not be Lydia. I did not call her to help me here.
No sign of her.
Nope. That,
Who in Dagon's name are you?
Oh, I thought you were Lydia.
Put you down where you stand. I was part of the gang in the ruins here. Friend of mine went crazy and stole the boss's sword. They blamed me. Look, I'm done here. Mop the floor with these idiots for all I care. Just get out of my way.
The Pale Lady. I've not done this one. Okay, bye. What I should do is like pitch the idea to my husband. Be like, what do you think about making a virtual reality program for like nurses and surgeons? Like, is that possible? Because one of the things that him and I discuss all the time that annoys us both is is that part of the issues with when you have stuff like this, when you have computers, and then when you have medicine, there's a big disconnect when you put the two together. Because there's not a person who is like, I know, I'm going to go to school to know about medicine, but I also want to go to school to program and understand computers and how that works. Like, it's either one or the other. And then when you're trying to get the two together, it doesn't work. Like, we have a medical record system where I work, and there's so many things that are so stupid that should be customizable to like what our needs are. And they absolutely could be, and I've discussed it with my husband, like simple stuff. And he's like, "Oh yeah, you can't do that." And I'm like, "No, like it doesn't let us." And he's like, "Why? That's an easy fix. Like you just go in there." And he's explaining it to me, and I don't know what he's talking about, but I can't deal with tech. I'm doing a tech-related elective subject, and I'm suffering. It's called Introduction to It. Ew. That just makes me think of like It, like the scary-ass clown from Stephen King, like the movie. Like, it's one of the biggest problems is, and even like the doctors I was talking with you, we hire people to audit like us, so we pay them to audit us to make sure that when we're doing billing and billing codes and all that stuff and all that crap, that we're doing it right. And they basically recently did it, and it was like a waste of, like, we get an hour for lunch, and it was like a waste of, it wasn't a waste of my time because I don't have to deal with it, but the doctors I work for had to sit through them, like going through this audit with them for the whole hour, and they were like, they basically found only one issue wrong, and they brought up like 6 other issues, and they're like, no, that we coded that right. And they're like, basically the doctors were like, I did not go to medical school to do insurance and coding and all that other crap. This is not why I went to medical school. So there's definitely like, you need a middleman, or you need somebody who understands both sides of the coin here of medicine and tech, and be able to put it together and see, like, make it work, because there's just such a disconnect there, and it's such a pain. How to copy a file. Yeah, tech is That's like a whole new beast. That's a whole other beast. Like I said, I give my husband credit for all the cool stuff he can do on that side, because I barely understand it. Like, I could describe a tiny bit of what he does. And I know some of the names of the codes, like C-Space, and I don't even know what that means. I just know it's called that. Like, JavaScript and shit. But I don't know, I don't know the differences. Like, don't quiz me on anything else other than that. Like, I don't know anything other than that. It's so easy to underestimate stuff like that. I've definitely taken classes where I'm like, oh, this isn't going to be bad at all. And then I'm like, oh my god, I'm not doing this. This is awful. Oh god, you'd have to be like a super genius. You like Mensa, like part of Mensa or something. Like, I just can't. It's just gotta take so, like, years. It's gotta take a long time to, like, multiple. I mean, there are people out there who do it. They do have multiple degrees in multiple fields. I don't know how they have the time or the patience or the money or the energy, and you know. And when I say money, I mean in the US you have to pay for college and all that stuff. I just don't know how people do it. Like, I just... True. I was wondering how I was going to get up this freaking mountain. Come on, climb up this hill. Yeah, it would. Definitely collapse. I do have other friends who are in the game field and who have created games and stuff like that before. I could always ask them to. Watch, I bring this up to my husband and be like, oh yeah, they're already doing that. Oh well. Okay, I'm wearing my ugly helmet. Oh, how medicine worked in the early ages? Oh my god. My sister talks about, so she's a history teacher. And one of her specialties is like during the Renaissance time, like the Middle Ages, during like the plagues and all that stuff. And the dumb shit they did to like combat like what they knew as medicine was insane. Like, she'd be like, yeah, they used to rub like poop in their wounds. One of the things they used to do during the Black Plague was they would strap a chicken to your like boils or whatever it was, the plague boils you had in your body, because they thought that by doing that the sickness would transfer into the chicken and then they would be cured. But in reality, you just got the chicken sick and you're still sick and everybody just died. So that's a fun fact.
Give up. I thought we'd taught them enough of a lesson at their hall.
To come in here alone. A fool like all the rest of them.
Yeah. Can you imagine everyone's just running around with chickens strapped to them? Like, it's so stupid. Like, they also thought the guys who wore the plague masks with the long nose, they would put flowers in the end of the nose because they thought that disease was transmitted by smell and not actually contact and saliva and coughing. So they would wear those because they thought that the flowers purified the air that they breathed and the smell. Clearly that wasn't the issue. I think they also thought, I can't remember, they never figured it out that it was the rats causing the problem. I think they figured, what did they think? They thought it was something else. I can't remember what it was, but it was stupid. Yeah, she has a lot of disturbing facts about the Middle Ages. It was like, it's like, how did we make it as, I mean, well, what is it, like a third of Europe was killed off because of the plague, so, but it's like, I really wonder how, as like a species, we survived this long.
I wish Loki would hurry it up. I have half a mind to return to the castle and tell Harkon what a fool he's entrusted this mission to.
I have half a mind to tell Loki of your disloyalty.
You wouldn't dare. Shut up and keep on watch.
Nighty night. Yeah, they do a lot of like bloodletting, just people know about leeches, which leeches aren't bad. I mean, there are medical leeches to this day and age that still get used. Oh, these creepy ass dogs. But yeah, I mean, rubbing urine and poop in your wounds, like who thought that? Like, what person was like, I know, you know that dump you just took, rub that in your wound, that's gonna cure it. Like, nobody thought to say, maybe keep your poop out of your wounds. How about that? Don't do that. Yeah, I don't know what bright person was like, yes, feces. Feces in the womb. Wound. Not womb. Ew. That's even worse. I mean, yeah, they did. I mean, I'd rather, if you gave me both okay, here are the choices. Rub poop in your wound or shower with your urine. I'm showering with the urine every time. Easy answer. I am not shoving poop in my wound. Like, I know they didn't understand infection, but my God. I'll take the showering with urine any day. People don't know this too, but oh, what else was it? Oh, canopy beds. Why canopy beds were invented. Canopy beds were invented, like you see them in like Renaissance time and all that, because their roofing wasn't like our roofs are, obviously. And one of the issues with their roofing was that they'd have like rodents and animals and birds chilling up in their roof. And they would, the reason why they had the canopy was that they had, you know, the 4-poster bed, whatever, and then they had fabric over the top. And the reason why I had fabric and sheets coming down, you know, we think it's so romantic. It was only, the reason why I was there is because it kept the poop and the feces of like the birds and the rodents from the ceiling falling down on them, like hay and dirt. So when they slept, they didn't have poop and stuff falling on them. So that's why canopy beds exist. It was not because it was like this romantic thing. It's literally so people didn't have poo fall on them in the middle of the night. 2 out of 10 for medicine choice, 10 out of 10 for courage. Seriously. Oh, there's so many things in medicine I'm just like, how is that a thing? Like, it's crazy. I remember when I first started working as a pediatric nurse, the first thing I learned, I didn't know it was a thing. I had no idea that this was a thing, but it makes sense now that I know it. Is that it's more this is more of a common thing in children, obviously. Not so much adults. That's not to say adults can't get this, but it's just more of a common thing with kids. You can get strep throat. Obviously, you get sore throat, strep throat. You can get strep on your butthole. It's a thing. And if you think about it, and I never thought about it, but you know, it's one long tube. You can get it up here, you can get it down there. And the way we test for it is we take a swab, like how you take a swab and swab the back of your throat, and when we do all that. Yeah, I know. We do the same thing. We just take a little swab and run it around your butthole, and then we test it. Fun fact. That's always a great conversation starter. It's called perianal strep. I call it butthole strep because it's funnier. Or at least it's funnier to me. I don't know. Some people would be like, that's disturbing. But to me, it's funny. No. And so the reason why that's more prevalent with kids is because, you know, kids put their hands, their fingers in their mouths and touch stuff, and it's just, you know, kids get sicker easier than the rest of us because they don't understand about fecal oral transmission and all that other stuff. So that's one of the reasons why adults don't get it. Did you ever have to deal with suppositories? Oh yeah. I've had to help doctors disimpact children who have been severely constipated and adults when I was doing my clinical rotation. And it's awful. It's not awful for me because I know what I got into when I chose this job. I feel so bad for anyone who feel like is that constipated that they have to have a suppository or an enema or anything like that, because especially like there was a time like I did that, we had to disimpact a little kid, and it's just very uncomfortable for them, and it could be painful, but it needs to be done because if you cause more problems if you don't do something. So yeah, I have done that. Suppositories aren't that bad. Especially like babies who need, so you can give, some kids struggle with taking medication. I'm fortunate my son never has given me a problem with taking medications. He's like anytime he's needed amoxicillin for an ear infection, he's taken it. I mean, part of the reason is because that stuff tastes amazing. It's like flavored like bubble gum, so they love it. But some kids do not like to take Tylenol or Motrin, and if they have a fever and the parents are trying to get their temp down or make them feel better, we have infant suppositories, and it's just really easy. You just pop one up there and it lowers their fever, and it some kids we have to do that for them, and we just kind of teach the parents how to do that, and yeah, it's not bad. Also, when you have like infants, the most accurate way to take a temperature is rectally. Those temporal thermometers that you can buy, we have temporal thermometers where I work, but they are like $300. They're insane. So they're like high end, but the ones you can buy in the store aren't always accurate. And we really recommend, like, newborns and everybody like in that age group, you need to have a rectal thermometer at home. And it's really easy to do. It's not difficult, doesn't hurt them. I taught my husband how to do it, and he has no medical background at all. So if he can do it, anybody can do it. And that's not because he's inadequate, like, he's smart. But it's super simple is what I'm saying. Like, you're not going to hurt your kid or anything like that by doing it. As long as you're not jamming it up their butthole, they'll be fine. But, yeah. Rectal's most accurate, and then as the kid gets older, obviously you're not going to be sticking a thermometer in your 7-year-old's rectum or their butthole. And so the next best one is under the tongue, if they can do that. And then or if you can't get one rectally or orally under the armpits, not bad either. The worst one, I think, was the ear and the temporal one. Those were like rated the worst. There was like some study that came out about it. I'd have to look it up. But yeah. Yes. But yeah, suppositories aren't that bad. I've had to deal with worse. Oh, finally, the silent roll. Thank God. I already know anyone who watches this, if anyone watches this at all, or views this video on my Twitch, they're gonna be like, why is this person talking about buttholes so much? It's part of my job. Alright? It is what it is. It's not bad. Honestly, though, I think people find it more interesting. Like, it's like fun facts. But yeah, suppositories are nothing. Like I said, I've dealt with like way worse things. And suppository is no big deal. Oh, these dogs are so creepy. God, they creep me out so bad. There have been a couple times I've played this game that I've turned a corner and I've come and seen that in my freaking face. God. It's their face. Like, their body's whatever. It's that freaking mouth and the eyes. Ooh. It's rough. chest. I am not where I need to be with my lockpicking skills right now. For being able to work through that. Thanks! Trust me, like doing suppositories, drawing blood on kids, even like doing catheterizations on kids. We don't do it that often, but if we have to, we do. Even like that, to me, I'm like, it doesn't bother me, because I think it's because I know, like, ultimately it's going to help them, and they're too little to understand, like, this is gonna make you uncomfortable, but like it's only for a second, and then, you know, it's really to make sure you're okay. So that doesn't really bother me too much. One of the I think the thing that bothers me, and this is before I had my son, so I don't know, I'm sure it has changed now that I have a son. When I worked in the hospital, when I drew blood, the hardest thing, and Annie will say this, is if a child passes away. That's obviously the worst case scenario, and one of the hardest things to see and deal with. It's even worse when it's not an accident, like if it's child abuse. That's probably what I struggle with the most. Which I think most people would, you know? No, that's not terrible. The rest of the stuff, especially the stuff that I do, we do really minimally invasive kind of things where I work. I was so close, I almost had this. Oh, I gotta go farther. Too far. I will get this lock. Damn it. Too far. Nope, not far enough. Wow, this is... Yes! Got it. Oh, bitch. No. Get back in there. Oh, it's dead already. Well, how was I supposed to know it was dead?
I'll find you. It's gone now. What's that?
Great. The abdomen. There's a spider. Is this one dead? Yeah. Damn. I keep thinking these stupid things are alive and they're not. They shouldn't be, obviously.
Just getting jumpy, I guess. What was that?
Oh, that was a good shot. Right in the butt. Oh no!
Hello? Who's
Hello?
there?
Not the death hound! Ugh, I hate these things. They're disgusting. Oh, I hit this with my arrow and now it won't stop making that dumb noise. Here we go. Sheesh. No. Oh, these gargoyles are so creepy.
I'll never tell you anything, vampire. I oath to Stendarr, stronger than any suffering you can inflict on me.
I believe you, Mitchell. And I don't think you even know what you found here. So go and meet your friend, Stendarr.
You sure that was wise, Lokiel? He still might have told us something. We haven't gotten anywhere ourselves with nothing.
He served his purpose by leading us to this place. It is up to us to hark on the rise, and we will not return without it. Vindalvo and Orpheon will make way for me after this.
not forget who brought you news of the Vigilance discovery.
I never forget who my friends are. Or my enemies.
Nope, just a bush. That was just a bush. That's right, I'm not here. Boop. Nothing, just a bunch of dead people around me. Come on, stop moving. Get a good shot of you. Here we go. Rat in the bunghole. Blech. Yeah, I love this part. It's so cool. I mean, minus impaling my hand, but whatever. Talk to mysterious woman. Maybe the Elder Scroll on her back would have something to do with it.
Where is... Who sent you here? I was expecting someone... like me, at least. Can't you tell just from looking at me?
No, I can't. I just want you to say it.
Vampire.
Very Twilight of you.
That's complicated. And I'm not totally sure if I can trust you.
I
If you
ain't.
want to know the whole story, help me get back to my family's home. My family used to live on an island to the west of Solitude. I would guess they still do. By the way, my name is Serana. Good to meet you. Yes, it is. And it's mine.
Jesus.
It's complicated. I can't really talk about it. I'm sorry.
Oh, girl.
It's on an island near It's my family home. Not the most welcoming place, but depending on who's my father and I don't really get along. Saying it out loud makes it sound so...
Yeah, I do follow Eastern Time Zone.
Little girl who doesn't get along with her father.
I was
Read
gonna
that
say,
story 100 times.
daddy issues.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
we know it's
not... Let's get to my home.
it's
I'll have a
complicated.
better sense of... Good question. Hard to say. I can't really tell. I feel like it was a long time. Who is Skyrim's High King? I've never heard of him. Is he well... Empire? What empire? Cyrodiil is the seat of an empire? It must have been gone longer than I thought.
Yep.
Definitely longer than we planned. Please, let's hurry. I need to get home so I can figure out what... Your guess is as good as mine. This place looks pretty different from when I was locked away.
This is when these creepy ass gargoyles are gonna come alive. Blech. You want to take care of this, sister?
I was sure I heard something.
You did. There's freaking gargoyles. Oh, here they come. Look out, gargoyles! Yeah, no shit. Oh, that one's dead. Who's that? Serena's vampire? Oh, I bet that chick I killed. Oh no. I'm sorry. Oof. Oh, there. So hard to see on this place. Wish I had that mage light. I don't have it yet.
This feels like the right way. I'm starting to worry.
I don't see you doing anything to help. Jeez. Ooh. goody. Better than gargoyles.
Who's there? Who's there? Man off, I suppose. Does the air feel heavy down here? I'm a little woozy, but it might just be from waking up.
Yeah, I feel fine. You probably because you were in there for 100 freaking years. That might do it. Do a little smelling salts, you'll be fine.
Stay on your guard.
Alright, it is 12 a.m. here. I think I'm going to call it. So I think I'm going to quick save. But this was really good. I built a large portion, oh god, of my house. I need to just now furnish it. I'm in the process of making more money to do that. 'Cause apparently this game is all about money making and building. I started the quest with Serana with the vampire bloodline and all that fun jazz. So yeah, productive session. I'm sorry you missed your show. That sucks. But yeah, 3 hours in. 3 hours is pretty good for 3 hours. But yeah, I think I'm gonna call it. But definitely a productive run for sure. But yes. All right. Well, got a new follower. Thank you so much. Had a good conversation with another person, and again with Cold Panda today. So yeah, I am going to end it here, and I will be back on tomorrow, hopefully, if I don't have anything going on. Again, I usually come on. I should really post a schedule, but I usually come on anytime after 9 o'clock. So hopefully, if I will be on tomorrow, barring any complications or anything else going on in my life. But all right, thank you so much, and until next time, see you later, guys.